What's good, everyone? It's Nigel here, Trinidad Empowerment Network. So today we're going in. Today we're diving straight in, and I make no apologies about this video. Firstly, so if you're easily offended, you better take a back seat now, or leave, or go into your kitchen and make yourself some food, or whatever you need to do. As they say, if you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen. So let me be real and clear from the start. I honestly don't care, like I said, who feels offended by this video, because somebody needs to say it. Somebody needs to say it. And I'd be that man to say it. I'm a proud black man, a descendant of the world's largest genocide, the transatlantic slave trade. A genocide so brutal that to this day, we don't even carry our own names. So ask yourself this. Why is it that Afro-Trinidadians carry names like Williams, Richards, Lewis, or Jones, but Indo-Trinidadians proudly carry their names like Singh, or Ramnarine, or Maharaj, or Prasad? Why? Why? Because they still know who they are. They still carry the names of their ancestors. Many still speak Hindi or Urdu or their cultural dialects. They still practice their traditions. But us, not us. We've been completely rinsed of our identity. Don't even know our own language. We don't even know what African tribe we came from. We carry the names of slave masters. We wear their religion. We live in their systems. You still have people running around calling themselves Anglicans, not even knowing where the Anglican church came from. Do your research, and somehow we still beg for their acceptance. And that's why I refuse to bow to any of this political, racial BS in Trinidad. So let me tell you what I've noticed. The majority of the hate I get online, not that I give a damn, not that I care, but the majority of the hate I get online comes from UNC supporters, many of whom are of clearly Indian descent. It's obvious, the names. They attack me not because I'm wrong, but because I'm a black man speaking with power. So let's not pretend. UNC supporters move like Trump supporters in America, from what I see, from my observation. It's not about country, it's about race. They put their race before the country. It's about having somebody who looks like them in power, regardless of whether the country burns or prospers. And you know what's funny? I couldn't care less, personally, who leads as long as they lead for Trinidad and Tobago. But that's just me. I walk in the spirit of Thomas Sankara. Do your research if you don't know who that is. The strength of Patrice Lumumba. Do your research if you don't know who that is. The courage of the current king of Africa, Ibrahim Traore. Young black leaders who stood up to Western exploitation and said, enough is enough. They told their people, if you don't know who you are, you will forever be a slave to others. And that's where we are in Trinidad. We don't know who we are.
Every black person living should go to Ghana and see them slave castles so you can see what they did to us. You got to see what they did to us. You got to see how they built these dungeons underground and they put these churches on top and they dug holes in the ground to pump the music of what they call their Christianity into the holes while, man, they did, let me explain something to y'all. They walk them as far as they can first to make them lose weight. They put them in a room, then they cut a door, and after you've been in this room in 2 weeks, they walk you through this door. If you lose the right amount of weight, you fit through the door. If you don't fit through the door, you got to stay in this room right here. Then you in this room for another week, they make you lose some more weight. Then you fit through another door. If you can't fit through the door, you ain't lost enough weight. You got to go through 4 doors like that before you go through the door of no return.
Don't know who we are. We still kill each other in record numbers. We rob our own communities. We disrespect our women. We turn on our own brothers for scraps. But you never see this. You never see the self-hatred in other communities to the same extent, to the same level. Why? Why? Because they still know who they are. They still know who they are. I'm sorry to take this tone, but I'm amped up about this. It's time we wake up. It is time we wake up. It is time we reconnect with who we are as African people. A spiritual people. A kind people. A people who survived the greatest crime in human history. The greatest crime in human history, a genocide. And despite all we face, we still don't seek revenge. We just want to live, grow, and thrive like any other human being. You got to hear me well on this. If we don't start valuing ourselves, if we do not start valuing ourselves now, if we don't start building our own economy, if we don't start loving our blackness again, we are going to keep begging for seats at the table that were never built for us. So this is my message today. Wake up, reconnect with your roots, rebuild your identity, and fight for Trinidad and Tobago, not for your race, but for your country. Because if you don't know your history, if you do not know your history, you will have no idea where you are going. You have to fix this, and we have to fix this together. And that's it. See you on my next video. For now, much love. God bless. Take care. Peace.